back to my channel. I'm Gemma from Concrete Gems Crochet, and today I would like to show you part 2 of this lovely snowflake and Christmas tree garland. Now if you've watched the other video on the snowflake, then that's great. If you haven't, you can go and find that now. I'll pop a link, you know, somewhere up there. So I've shown you already how to make the snowflake for the garland, and you can either make it as a individual decoration just to hang on your tree. It's super cute and super quick to make, which is really great at Christmas time. You can use it as a tag on presents. You can use them as little additional gifts for people, stocking fillers, whatever you like. But I'm going to show you how to make them into a garland. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to make this lovely Christmas tree. Now it's double thickness, so it's two-sided. You can either make it with the little silver fairy lights on it, or you can make it as a plain one, or you can make one side fairy lights, one side plain, and then it's got a little brown trunk. So what you're going to need is some yarn. I'm using today Caron Simply Soft, which is a category 4 weight yarn, so it's a medium weight. Aran or worsted weight work brilliantly, and you can really use anything you've got from your stash because it doesn't actually matter what size your trees come out. I mean, super bulky yarn isn't really going to work very well, is it? But you know, a DK or a worsted weight or an Aran, anything like that is going to be fine. Your trees will just maybe be slightly different size to mine, but that's all good. So this is a 100% acrylic yarn, and it's really lovely. So I've got this in the green, and I've also got in the same in the brown. And for the silver, if you're making these snowflakes, or you want to make the silver lights on your tree, I've got Caron Simply Soft Party, which has got a little metallic thread running through it, which makes it kind of sparkle, which I think you can see there. I'm also using a 5mm hook. I've got this lovely hook here, and you'll need some scissors and a yarn needle. If you want to make the garland, you'll also need some wooden beads to string on. So there's one on the top of each tree and one on the garland above each snowflake, as you can see there. So let's get started making the tree. As I said, it's double-sided, so for each tree you'll want to make 2 trees. But I mean, you can just make them single-sided if you prefer. That's totally up to you. So we're going to start with this lovely green colour, and I am going to put a slip knot onto my hook, if I can talk. And then we are going to chain 11. Okay, so chained 11, then we're going to single crochet. So I'm using US terms for this video. If you rather use UK terms, then all you need to do is a single crochet is a UK double crochet. So I'm going to do a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. I like to go into the back bumps, but if you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. And then a single crochet in every chain all the way across. So when you've done that, you should have 10 chains on your hook. So there we go, I've got my 10 single crochet now on my hook, and then I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to chain 1. So the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, and then we're going to do 10 single crochet again. So just work back along your row. As I said, this is a really super easy pattern, but super effective little Christmas decoration at the end of it. Okay, so that's row 2 with 10 single crochet. So we're going to turn again and chain 1 again. Now this time we're going to do a single crochet 2 together. So we insert our hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, then insert our hook into the next stitch straight away, yarn over and pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and pull through all 3. And then we're going to do 6 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you should have 2 stitches left, and you need to do a single crochet 2 together into those last 2 stitches. So we insert our hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. There we go. Sorry, the sun keeps going in and out and it's making it really weird lighting. Okay, so that's the end of row 3. Row 4, we're going to chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1. Then we're going to do 8 single crochet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Row 5, we chain 1 and we do a single crochet 2 together. I think you can see the pattern now. Oops. Then we need 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Now what I've done there, quarter thread, and then a single crochet 2 together for the last stitch. And you can already see that your tree is starting to look a bit tree-like. So we turn our work for row 6. Row 6 is chain 1 and 6 single crochet. So 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. Row 7, turn, chain 1, a single crochet 2 together, 2 single crochets, and a single crochet 2 together. Turn. Row 8 is chain 1 and 4 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, turn. Row 9, chain 1, 2 single crochets 2 together, so we do 1 single crochet 2 together and then a second single crochet 2 together. So you're going from 4 stitches down to 2 stitches. And then we turn our work again. We chain 1 and we do 2 single crochet. That was row 10. Row 11, we chain 1 and we do a single crochet 2 together to finish. Try not to split your yarn at the end. Kind of ruins it a bit, doesn't it? So there you go, you have your Christmas tree and you can fasten that off. Make sure you leave a long end here for the for hanging it onto your garland. As you can see, it's slightly curly. I would go and block it, but if you make a second one, then it really helps to joining them two together helps to make them really sturdy and not curly like this one, and hang really nicely as well. So I'm going to fasten mine off and make another one, and you should do the same, and then we will join them together, and I'll also show you how to add on the silver sparkly fairy lights. Okay, so let's add some sparkly fairy lights to our tree. Now this is simply a matter of a little bit of embroidery. So I've cut myself a length of the silver sparkly yarn. Obviously you can use whatever colour you like, multiple colours if you like, make it a retro tree. And you want to decide which is your right and your wrong side of your tree. It doesn't matter, they're both the same. So I'm going to use this one as my wrong side, and I'm just going to weave in my end along a few stitches. It doesn't really matter where, because it is just going to be random. So then you're going to come up through a stitch and just make a little stitch like that, and then you're just going to make random stitches all across your tree wherever you want them to be. Don't worry too much about what the back looks like. I mean, it's going to look like that, but because you're doubling up, you're not going to see it. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I think it's maybe enough, maybe needs one more down the bottom. I am just going to slip into a stitch if I'm going all the way down, just to make it a little bit neater. And then into here somewhere. Okay. So I think that looks cute. Turn it over and you can just fasten off in the same way as we started. Just weave under a couple of centimetres of stitches. Okay, so that is our fairy lights done. Next thing we need to do is to add our tree trunk. So I've got this brown, as I said before, this Caron Simply Soft yarn, which is in chocolate. And I'm just going to grab my crochet hook. So we're going to join in our brown into the middle to the first of the middle two stitches at the bottom of our tree. So we've got 10 stitches along, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So our middle two is after 4, it's the 5th and the 6th stitch. So it doesn't really matter which way, whether you do it right side facing, upside down, or whatever. We're just going to join in our yarn. Oopsie, there we go. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I am going to do 2 single crochets into those stitches, and then I'm going to turn, chain 1 and 2 more single crochets, and that's it. That is as simple as it is for a trunk, and we'll fasten that off there. So we've got our tree now. If you're just making a single tree, then you can just weave in your ends at this point. If you want to double yours up, then you need to get your second tree that you've made, and you want to join that together like that. You only need 1 trunk, that's fine, but 2 trees, and you can already see how much firmer that's going to be and how much less bendy it's going to be. So to join them together, don't know where my brain went then. To join them together, you're going to get another length of your green, and you just want to cut off a length, and using your needle you're going to just whip stitch around. You probably want to sew in your ends first before you start doing this, otherwise you'll end in a big mess like I am. But I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to get started by weaving into the inside, as it were. And then I'm going to hold my two trees together. And I'm going to go through both layers and just round. So just going into that first side of each stitch, joining them up. Make sure to hold them nice and even so that they stay together, and just go round and round. And that is a whip. Oh golly, I'm off the screen. So you're just going to go round and round like this, fastening off your tree. And you shouldn't really be able to see those stitches, but if you can, it doesn't matter. They look kind of like the branches on the edge, I think. So go all the way around, join your tree together, and then I'm going to show you how to make the garland after that. So I finished my tree now, and I have sewn it together. I've sewn in all my ends, and I've left this long end for hanging. So now I'm going to show you how to make the garland. So I've also got my snowflake here, which I've made. So I want to string them both onto a garland. So for my garland, I'm using brown and silver. If you just want to make a single colour, so this is how the garland looks. If you just want to make a single colour, then you'll need to start quite a long way into your yarn. So I have a video on how to do this, which I will link in the description below. But basically you want to start like a metre or so, or 2 metres or 3 metres even, depending how long you want your garland to be along. But as I'm using 2 yarns, I don't need to do that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to tie my 2 yarns together like that, just an overhand knot. Grab my crochet hook, put my hook in down between them. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the yarn closest to you. Right, so I've got it between my hook like this. The yarn closest to me goes over my hook, that away from me, and the yarn furthest away comes round, and then I pull through. So this one goes over that way, and this one goes over this way, and pull through both of them. Over and pull through. Wrap that over, and then yarn over and pull through. Okay. Once you get the hang of it, and once you've got a bit of a longer end, it's quite a therapeutic thing to do. So this is called a foundation cord, and the ends are a little bit loose, but once it gets going, you can see that it's really quite cool. My yarn's stuck, which is why I'm having problems. So this one, I think, have I done it the other way? No, I think I've done it the same way. But if you did the silver on the back and the brown on the front, as it were, then you would get a different effect. And obviously you can just do one if you like, or you can do different colours to the brown and the silver. But it works up quite quick once you get going. And obviously you can make it as long as you want. You can wrap it around your Christmas tree, hang it on the mantelpiece, whatever you like. So just keep going with that. So you're just wrapping one from front to back, and the other one is like a normal yarn over and pull through everything. Okay, and this is called foundation cord, and I've got another tutorial on it. I said that already. Right, so once you've made your garland for as long as you want it to be, you can then gather all your bits together and start assembling. So this is my garland that I've made before, and what I've done is onto each tree I've threaded a bead, and onto the garland I threaded the same number of beads as I had snowflakes. So then you tie on your long end that you had left over, which I seem to have lost from this. So you just tie your long end over. You can do it with this one. Look. Tie your long end over your garland. Tie it in a knot, and then with this end you're going to weave that end back into your tree, so you end up with a double hanger, and that end is just woven back into your tree. Okay, and you can move the beads to wherever you want them. I put some above my tree and some on the garland next to where I put the snowflakes, and that's it really. Go and have fun with it. Make as many trees and snowflakes as you like. As you can see, I've made quite a lot now. I made some that didn't have the snow on as well, just plain ones, which I quite like too. And it's a really lovely thing to make for Christmas. As I said, you can use these as individual gift tags. You can use them as Christmas tree decorations, or make them into a garland like I have. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've made your own. Please do share. Find me on social media at Concrete Gems Crochet. And please come and watch some more videos with me. Thanks for watching. Bye.